So I think I just achieved one of my life's missions. So this is a short story. About 3 years ago, I said to myself when I started out on this coaching journey that I really wanted to save a life through conversation. And what I mean by that is that I wanted to save a life through conversation by not having people, especially with mental illnesses, like not have people that will resort to medication or drugs of some sort, or alcohol, or whatever it might be, but it's literally just having conversations with someone and help them really shift how they see their world and then creating a world that they really want. And it was really interesting that I had this recently, and I didn't realise I did it until probably 6 hours after the call. And it was really interesting, and the turmoil, the terror, the horror of this story was so severe that we really I didn't really know how to do it. And I said to my coach at the time, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm equipped enough to do this. But that was really just a lack of judgment from me and my self-doubt setting in. And he's like, trust me, just do it. Just have these conversations, and what will happen is that you'll grow as a person. Like, you'll understand. And him knowing me, like, and obviously what I'm about, it was really interesting on what happened. So yeah, my mission is to save a life through conversation. And it was only just to save one life, just to start off with. You know, if there's more lives that you can save, then great. So it was about four months I worked with my client, and it was interesting because there were certain times when I didn't really know what to say, I didn't really know what questions to ask, but I just thought, let me just keep challenging the thought processes, because they really, really were so severe in terms of like trying to battle down this wall, and just the internal battle was so strong. And if you're out there and you have these thoughts, like these negative thoughts, and you really can't get rid of them, or you're trying to counteract them somehow, or you're trying to challenge them, then great. But having someone else there, what I realised is that my client was speaking to me and telling me and explaining all the situations, and I was really just looking at a point where, okay, let me just listen and let me just try and react and ask the question as to how you can challenge that thought process and what choices you've got. Like, I fully believe in this life you've always got two choices, right? You can either pick that choice or this choice. You can either pick the wrong choice or the right choice, and it's completely up to you what you decide. You are your decisions, right? You are your choices, and you've always got two choices in every single matter when it comes to, you know, your thought processes and creating a life you want. And there's one thing, when I had that conversation after 4 months of having working with my client, it didn't happen overnight. It does not happen overnight. It takes time. It takes work. It takes hard work. It takes constant battle, like a constant grind on working on yourself and investing in yourself. But actually, after 4 months, what really happened was that they said to me, you know, put it this way, Sanjay, if I hadn't engaged working with you right from the start, I probably wouldn't be here today. And in that moment, I didn't realise what was being said, and it was only 6 hours after, and I sat down, and it was the evening, and I just had dinner, and I was sitting down, and I was just like, the conversation just come up again, and I was like, actually, what's just happened here? And I actually had to message my client, just be like, did I just do that? Like, did you just say that? Did you just say that you wouldn't be here if you hadn't engaged working with me? And let me just get this straight, like, all we did was have conversations, you know, on a weekly basis. They were powerful conversations, and they were conversations of intent to change, and the willingness that my client had to change really made it, or enabled it to actually fulfill. And then I sat there and I was like, I just achieved one of my life's missions, because about 3-4 years ago I said to myself, I want to save a life through conversation. I said to myself, I'm on a mission to save a life through conversation. And the emotions that went through me, you know, I genuinely, like, I didn't cry. Did I cry? I definitely welled up. I definitely got emotional. And even just thinking about it now, like, just makes me realise that actually you can. And it's it's sad that people can get to that position where they can get to the point that they are thinking those thoughts of ending it, but at the same time, like, you can get help. There is things you can do if you have a willingness to change. Like, you can change. And I always say this, like, do not let your past dictate your future. Your story hasn't been written yet, and I fully believe that. And yeah, that was a pretty intense moment, but I just really wanted to share that with you. I fully believe that if you share these stories, like, and if it hits one person, and if that's you watching this, and you're just like, actually, I completely resonate with that, like, it was me, like, or it is me, then find someone to talk to, reach out to someone. There will be someone out there who can help. I fully believe that. This is just my opinion. This is my story of one of my clients that I recently had, and I really just wanted to share that to hope it helps someone. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.